Okay, joined here by SVSU men's soccer head coach Andy Wagstaff to give us a little spring preview for the Cardinals. And coach, just give us a brief recap of how the spring's gone for your team and how the guys are looking out there.
Yeah, I think overall it's been a very good spring season. We started off, the first sort of January and February is a limited amount of training because of the NCAA rules. So, the guys did a lot of work with Coach Winter. He did a phenomenal job, him and his staff, of getting our guys physically and mentally sharp for the beginning of the spring season, which was just after spring break. So, early March was good. We started on the road at Michigan, which is always a great place to go and play. Obviously, they're a phenomenal team, and we managed to come away from that game with a 0-0, 0-0 tie, and boys played very, very well. We tried a couple of different things with a new system we'd been training, so I was encouraged with that performance. The following week we played Oakland University at Oakland. They're a very, very dynamic, fast team, and we matched them for long periods of the game. It was I talked to Eric Pogue, the head coach, and we talked about how it was one of the best spring games we've been involved in, so we're really overjoyed with that game. We didn't end up winning, we lost 1-0, but again, played very, very well. And the next night we played at Spring Arbor. It was probably a quick turnaround for us, and we had quite a few injuries from the Oakland game. We didn't win that game, we lost 2-0 to a very good Spring Arbor team, but again, we didn't really have a ton of turnaround time on that one. This past weekend we played at home to Alma, so it was nice to get a home game. We beat Alma 4-0, and I really enjoyed watching the guys, and some of the things they've been working on this season came out in that game, so I was very encouraged with that.
And this past Sunday, you were able to host an alumni game. From what I understand, a very good turnout.
Yeah.
Maybe some of your recent players that you had the privilege of coaching here, and some of the other guys that you might be familiar with, but you didn't coach. So how did that go for the program?
Oh, it was really good. A lot of the lads came back from the 2012 team that made the national final, and we had our current crop of young players playing against them in the field house, which is a beautiful venue. So we had a men's game for about 45 minutes, and then following that we had a women's game. So between the men's and the women's alumni group, there was probably 80 to 90 people. So it was a phenomenal day. It was great to see old faces and some recently graduated faces, and the game ended 2-2. It was a good game, and so yeah, very, very excited how that went. And then this next weekend we have one more big game, which is kind of ties into the alumni as well, because there's quite a few players that have played for Detroit City FC over the last few years, and there's a group of current players from the SVSU boys team, men's team, that will be playing hopefully this summer for Detroit City FC as well. So on Saturday at 3:30 at Braddock Field we get to host Detroit City FC. They're one of the best supported NPSL programs in the country. They get 6,000 to 7,000 fans every game down in Hamtramck. So we're ecstatic to have that game. We're using it as a program fundraiser. So it's going to be extremely exciting to see some familiar faces and play a very, very strong team on Saturday afternoon as one last final test for the spring season for our guys. So very happy about it.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach, and
Thanks.
look forward to Saturday.
Okay, thank you.